Kia ora and welcome to Auckland First 15 School Report, where the tension is building in the Auckland 1A Championship as we get closer and closer to finding our final four. Today we're at Onehunga High School as they take on Otahuhu College in a battle for survival between the 11th and 12th place teams. No doubt the rain and the soggy ground here at Onehunga will just add to the drama, so stick around for all the action from this match and the other 1A games here on School Report.
Round 7 of the 2016 season could go a long way to defining the haves and have-nots for playoff places as St Kentigern and Auckland Grammar meet in a 1A final rematch. Mount Albert travel to Kelston in a West Side derby. Kings aim to continue their great run at Dilworth. De La Salle hope to get back on track against Awarere. Onehunga and Otahuhu battle for 1A survival. And we begin with a top 3 showdown as St Peter's and Sacred Heart display their title credentials. Third place St Peter's College hosted second place Sacred Heart College at the Cage in week 7 of the Auckland 1A Championship. The two Catholic rivals play for the Hibernian Shield currently held by Sacred Heart. And if St Peter's could win it back, they'd close the 6-point gap between themselves and the visitors towards the top of the 1A table. St Peter's 5 wins this season lay largely at the feet of point-scoring machine Harry Plummer, and the first 5 booted the Saints into the early lead. A standout of Sacred Heart's unbeaten campaign is number 8 Hoskins Satutu, who got the visitors on the front foot. And as the visitors continued right, Terry Pongi had enough pace to get on the outside and bust over for the opening try of the afternoon. Ben Engels added the extras from out wide and Sacred Heart led 7 points to 3. With the visitors clearing their line, the ball fell to Robert Lenga, who launched a counter-attack where he linked up with Daniel Sinisa, the winger spotting acres of space behind the opposition backs, and he dotted down to the delights of the home fans. Plummer slotted the conversion to have St Peter's narrowly ahead once again. In the shadow of half-time, Engels locked the scores up at 10 points apiece to cap off a tight and tense first 35 minutes. The second half turned into a battle of the boots as Sacred Heart crept in front. Harry Plummer replied to lock the scores up once again. And then Engels restored Sacred Heart's 3-point buffer. Before Plummer again stepped up to have the two rivals neck and neck with just minutes remaining. As time ticked down, both sides spread the ball looking for the elusive half chance to steal the game. Reserve halfback Taufa Funaki spied room down the blind and had Sacred Heart surging into the opposition half. AJ Kapawa was brought down in a great tackle from his opposite, Tio Stefani, and fittingly, one side's effort was cancelled out by the other. The draw, a repeat result of their last clash between these two rivals at the Cage. Both Sacred Heart and St Peter's remain on track to make the semi-finals.
Oh yeah, we knew the Hibernian Shield hasn't been in our trophy cabinet for a while, so we came out here prepared to hopefully put in a good performance and get the win, but we fell a bit short and a bit disappointed with the draw, but our performance was definitely something we can be proud of.
Yeah, it was a tough battle. We came to the Cage knowing that they're going to give us 110%, and I think they did that, and a fair result in the end, I think.
Sacred Heart's, got a decent forward pack, and we knew we had to front up in that area, and the boys did. They worked very hard for each other, and as I said, the draw wasn't the result we were after, but yeah, it's what it is.
Like everyone else, to finish in that top 4 is the main goal. Where you want to finish, whether it's 1 or 4, is determined by these outcomes. So yeah, we're still on track. Disappointed, obviously, but better than a loss.
So Sacred Heart's still technically unbeaten, but not many would have predicted that result. Time to check in now on our competition leaders, Mags, and the boys from Mount Albert have so far nabbed a maximum 30 points of the 30 on offer to them so far this season. So can they keep that phenomenal streak rolling against their West Side rivals, Kelston?
Kelston Boys High School hosted their nearest neighbours Mount Albert Grammar in round 7 of the Auckland 1A Championship. Mags sit atop of the table with a maximum haul of 30 points this season. But faced with an informed Kelston side in soggy conditions, Mount Albert would need to be firing on all cylinders if they are to collect another bonus point victory. And just 3 minutes into the match, Mount Albert's pack got stuck into their work. The visiting forwards recycled the ball in tricky conditions before try-scoring machine John Latu added to his impressive tally. A feature of Mount Albert's season has been the great first phase ball provided by their rock-solid scrum. And the forwards again laid on a simple try for right-wing Noah Foster. With half-time approaching, the visitors gave the ball some air where it landed in the arms of danger man Caleb Clark. The centre is hard to pull down at the best of times, but having changed direction, Clark scorched his way through the opposition for an impressive individual effort. There was just enough time before the break for Latu to pump his way over the advantage line as Mags' pack worked through the phases. Michael Palmer was next in line as the rampaging prop put Mount Albert ahead 26-0 at the break. To the second half, and despite the scoreline, Kelston displayed plenty of endeavour. And with the try line beckoning, it was Mount Albert's second five, Paul Roach, who stripped the ball free and hacked ahead with ample open space upfield. Noah Foster was quickest to the ball and grubbed ahead once more. The winger looking for a hat-trick, then out-sprinted two Kelston defenders to score what would be a fantastic try on a dry track, let alone in such wet conditions. With yet another bonus point in the bag, Mags continued to push for points, and it was their dominant scrum that laid on yet another try as Patrick Party got in on the scoring. 5 minutes later, and some slick hands down the blind side from flanker Isaiah Papali'i put reserve winger Hayley Maynard in for a well-worked five-pointer. In the same corner, it was Papali'i and Maynard linking again with the winger using a bit of footwork to see Mount Albert tick over the 50-point mark. A runaway victory by Mount Albert was rounded out when the impressive Isaiah Papali'i got himself involved once again. The flanker snaffling the loose ball, and Maynard was the benefactor as he snared a hat-trick. Mags' most emphatic performance of the season as they claim their 7th straight win and continue an incredible streak of 7 bonus points.
I know, I'm real proud of the boys. Each week we come in, make goals for ourselves, and we really raise the bar each week and look to get better every week as we go. Key to victory today would probably be good preparation. Like every week we set high standards, and I think we achieve them in most weeks.
I don't think we ever did give up. It's a bit cliche, but I think playing here at Kelston, I could tell our boys, they tried to play it out to the end. Just credit to Mags, they gave it to us equally for the whole 70 minutes.
Coming into Kelston today, it's the local derby, so we're pretty rapt to keep that unbeaten record going, but we know next week's just going to be another challenge. So the boys played well today, and we're looking forward to next week as well.
Mags once again showing how to get the job done. Now, when we return on School Report, it's the battle of the bottom-placed teams. And with more than half the season gone, there's no denying that this is a fight for 1A survival. In any sport, in any league in the world, the relegation scrap is compelling viewing. Onehunga High School take on Otahuhu College next.
I'm proud to captain the Onehunga first 15 because it's an honour and it's something that I've been looking forward to this whole year. The games that we're looking forward to play this season is against Dilworth because of how they knocked us off the 1A ladder last year. So the boys come back with some fight and they're just looking forward to that one game. I think all games are most important to us, so looking forward to all of it. The best advice my first 15 coach gave me is trust in my team and have faith in my brothers. All boys that we'll all look up to is the likes of Kaveri Whanotu, Josh Kaifa and Andrew Makaleo. They come in training days and help us out. Personally, I look up to my older brother, he's an old boy as well, Ashton Bell. Best part about playing the 1A Championship is we challenge ourselves week in, week out against some of New Zealand's top schools, and yeah, it just shows them that we can have to fight to play as well.
Welcome back to School Reporters. Joseph Tangulu and the Onehunga boys are on the hunt for their first win of the 1A season. But on the other side of halfway, the lads from Otahuhu are also seeking their first victory of the year. It's a great day for Ducks, so which side will break theirs this afternoon?
Well, both Onehunga and Otahuhu tasted success when they won their respective promotion relegation battles in April. So with so much on the line, points were taken at every opportunity, and Otahuhu got on the board through first 5 Afa Ioane. Despite the high stakes and difficult conditions, Otahuhu were happy to attack from their own 22. And it reaped rewards when Joseph Tupou charged out of their red zone and had Otahuhu hot on attack. But Onehunga were desperate in defence and snuffed out the threatening situation. The visitors kept the ball in hand even in their own half as they mounted pressure through possession. But Onehunga weren't holding back in defence either as the home side rushed off their line and first 5 Tino Adam picked off a pass to score the first try of the season for last year's 1B champions. The conversion by Trevor Marurai had Onehunga holding a slender 7 points to 3 lead at half-time. Following the break, Otahuhu continued their up-tempo brand of rugby and made yet more inroads as former flanker Spencer Fruin weaved in and out of defenders before sending Jason Nui Maile across for a brilliant wet weather try that had the visitors back in front. Onehunga's scrum was on the back foot all match, so in the second half, versatile captain Joseph Tangulu moved back to his familiar position of number 8. And the move was a masterstroke as he shored up the scrum and soared down the blind to score a vital try that had Onehunga in the lead once again. With just 4 points in it and the clock counting down, Otahuhu needed to go the length of the field to pull off a miracle. Desperate times called for desperate measures, and it was over to Fruin to create more magic. The midfielder's long pass not finding its mark as Onehunga survived a brutal battle over Otahuhu to win their first game of the season and pull away from the bottom of the 1A table.
Joseph, what did that mean to you?
Yeah, there's heaps of emotion in this one. There was a lot riding on the boys' shoulders. A couple of years ago, one of our old boys had passed away, so we dedicated this game to him. And knowing coming against OC with a lot of losses like us, we thought it would just be like a battle, do or die game, so we thought we'd give it our all.
Personally, I just don't think we stuck to our game plan. You know, we came here with a well planned out, structured game plan, and in the first half, we just weren't able to stick to that. You know, we try to throw the ball around, and you can see with these conditions and this weather, you know, that's not going to work out for you. Yeah.
First win.
Yep.
How satisfying is that?
Very satisfying, yeah. Big exhalation of breath afterwards. It's a relief. It's a difficult season for teams like us, co-ed schools, and we try and hold our boys together. So to be able to get a result against them is, yeah, it's great.
What an intense battle right till the end, and you can see how much that one really meant to Onehunga. Now to a rematch of last year's dramatic 1A final between St Kentigern and Auckland Grammar. Grammar basically need to win every game from here on out in order to make the playoffs, but St Kentigern also need a win because a loss will leave their semi-final hopes hanging by a thread. It could all end this afternoon for one proud team.
St Kentigern College and Auckland Grammar have been the premier sides in recent Auckland schoolboy rugby history, having met in the last 4 1A finals. The two teams renewed that rivalry in round 7 of the 2016 season. Neither school has met their own high standards this year, and with the playoffs creeping ever closer, this clash had a hint of desperation about it. Auckland Grammar opened the scoring with a penalty, and St Kentigern responded soon after as captain Tanielu Talea sucked in plenty of defenders and set good phase ball for the home side to attack from. Carlos Price stabbed a kick in behind the Grammar defence, and wing Penny Lasanga slid in for the first 5-pointer. Grammar added 6 more points through the boot of Corey Evans to retake the lead. And as half-time neared, the home side scored a sneaky converted try through Itonia Wanga to put their noses back in front, 12 points to 9 at the break. Just 2 minutes into the second half, and St Kent centre Talea again tied up multiple Grammar defenders and lobbed out a nice pass to the waiting Sila Titiuti, who showed enough strength to cross in the corner. The home side extended their lead to 11 points with a penalty, and Auckland Grammar responded when some quick hands put Joe Cook over untouched to be just 6 points adrift. The defending champs stretched their lead out to 9 points through a Carlos Price penalty, and they were back in the Auckland Grammar 22 with a big shunt that had the visitors backpedalling and Price diving over for the bonus point try. With an important victory assured, St Kentigern College gave the ball some air, and it was over to excitement machine Etene Nanai to spark something with his trademark chip and chase. The fullback ultimately regathered, and with plenty of blue and white shirts and support, it was first five Reves Reihana who claimed try number 5. St Kent's season heading in the right direction as they pick up their third bonus point victory in a row and put the competition on notice that they're back in the title hunt.
We didn't really look at it as a semi-final in terms of what to do for the table. It's a big game between these two schools, and we're led by a very passionate headmaster that we want to win for.
We knew that coming into this week was going to be a bloody tough one, playing against Auckland Grammar, traditional rivals, and just the preparation was really important this week, so happy to get a good win. I think everyone did their part today, especially the seniors stepping up in a big game, so yeah, it was crucial for us.
Crucial win there for St Kitts to stay in that top 4 mix. Now we've still got 2 great matches coming up for you here on this edition of School Report. Kings travel to Dilworth and De La Salle take on Aorere College. All the tries from both matches up next.
Dilworth School welcomed a confident Kings College in round 7 of the Auckland 1A Championship. The visitors come into the match in buoyant mood following a famous victory against Auckland Grammar, their 4th of the season, and face a Dilworth side that have made life difficult for their elite opposition all season. Dilworth School hit the lead after 10 minutes through a Molly 5 penalty. Kings College then moved ahead following 2 Sharan Matoi penalties to be narrowly in front at half-time by 6 points to 3. 4 minutes into the second half and Kings picked up the pace with a quick tap where Millennium Sanarevi had the visitors going forward. Protecting possession was key as Kings College set up a number of pick-and-go rucks. Both hooker Nathan Stanners and captain Joe Johnston grinding out the hard yards to get Kings closer. Then it was the turn of AJ Mua showing good strength and body position to get the first 5-pointer. Following a win against the head by the Kings forwards, number 8 Mua made a beeline for the try line, but the giant ball runner was eventually bundled into touch by the spirited Dilworth defence. Midway through the second half and Kings midfield combined with Edward Vaiao Molitalo cutting back on a Matoi pass and crashing over to seal the win. Kings College staying in the semi-final hunt over a courageous Dilworth school.
Today's win, is very important moving forward into the last weeks of the season. We feel that it's going to come down to bonus points because there's a lot of tough teams out there all at the top of the table. So this win does help us, but we've got to switch in for next week and play hard against St Kitts.
As the season's gone on, we've really fronted, and that's a big school out there today that we've put in a performance against. And it was a shame towards the end. We could have scored, maybe should have scored, but it was a good performance from our lads.
I thought on number 8 AJ Moore, he's been carrying us pretty much the whole year. His effort's faultless and he's huge for us, but we need a bit more than that if we want to do well. So AJ was outstanding today.
That's 5 wins from 7 now for Kings. AJ Moore and the boys sure aren't letting up anytime soon. Now to our final match here on School Report, and Aorere take the short 4-minute journey across Mangere East to visit De La Salle in a Southside derby.
Round 7 of the Auckland 1A Championship pitted the big ball runners of De La Salle against an abrasive Aorere College team. The home side's playoff hopes took a dent following last week's loss to Sacred Heart, so need a win to get back on track. But standing in their way is an Aorere squad who thrive in heavy conditions. And 2 minutes into the match, De La Salle's forwards continued their tradition of popping up in the back line. Joseph Toiava with some delicate hands down low, and hooker Kafu Misuata putting Simon Peter Toliafoa in the clear to bag an opening 5-pointer. The two sides slugged it out for a further 12 minutes when the backtracking Aorere scrum provided an opportunity for Obe Samate to charge down the clearing kick and bag himself a converted try. More set-piece dominance provided the perfect platform for a back row move where slick hands and soggy conditions had Jesse Pascoe sliding over for another converted try. De La Salle ahead, 19-0 at the break. In the second half, Joseph Toiava powered onto the ball and thundered through the defence. The bullocking prop putting the famous Toiava name back on a De La Salle score sheet as they secured a vital 4-try bonus point. Later in the half, Aoreri showed they too have some well-rehearsed back row moves of their own, but it was ultimately down to the individual brilliance of Mosesi Pepper, the live wire fullback displaying some fancy footwork and surprising power to score a fantastic try. But De La Salle won the bruising encounter 26-7 to keep their season alive.
I know we talked through the week with coach and our management team that this was a vital win. Even though if we win by 17, as long as we get the bonus point. So yeah, it was a good hard match out there. So yeah.
I think we just lacked a little bit of concentration in the first half. De La Salle scored 3 tries really off our mistakes, and they brought a pretty powerful physical game in the first half, which we struggled to get up to speed with.
I think the first 20 minutes were crucial. It was really important that after last week's loss that the boys came out and got some quick tries to get their confidence back.
De La Salle keeping the pressure on there at the top of the table. Well done. Now let's check in on how those coveted semi-final spots are stacking up after round 7.
Just 4 rounds remain in the Auckland 1A Championship and things are no clearer in the race to the final 4. Mount Albert have pulled 6 points clear at the top, but then follows 6 teams fighting for 3 spots. St Kit's the big movers jumping from 5th to 3rd, St Peter's lose a little ground and De La Salle stay in the hunt. Towards the foot of the table, both Onehunga and Otahuhu pick up their first competition points of the season.
So plenty of teams still in contention, but next week could very well decide the fortunes of some. Not least, we've got that tantalising, season-defining clash between playoff hopefuls St Kentigern and Kings.
Yes, things are hotting up as we approach round 8 of the Auckland 1A Championship, and nowhere will the pressure be greater than at St Kentigern as they take on King's College as 3rd place 4th. Elsewhere, the 2 giant packs of Mount Albert and De La Salle do battle. Sacred Heart host Otahuhu, Onehunga welcome St Peter's, Aoreri look to upset Auckland Grammar, and Kelston and Dilworth clash in our feature match.
That's our show for this week, but do join us again next time with just 4 rounds remaining in the 1A Championship. You certainly don't want to miss any of the action. To keep you going through the week, head over to Auckland First 15 TV's Facebook page. We've popped our top tries of the round up there. Let me know who gets your vote, and I'll see you again next time on School Report.